Hello, dear students. How are you? I hope you are doing great. I am Lakshmi. You are watching my channel Maths Super Tips and Tricks. In this channel, I'm going to teach the various levels of examinations regarding the maths, especially objective type. So, in objective type examinations, time is important. Within a short time, you have to focus the more number of questions. Then you can get the best and better ranks. For that, what you have to do? Yes, we have to use the super tips and tricks. Then only we can get the quick solutions. That is all I'm going to use in my videos. If you not yet watch my previous videos till now, please watch them, whose links are there in below description, which are mostly helpful to you for your better progress. In the today's video, I'm going to teach the quick revision maths for JEE mains as a part 3. Already I did the 2 parts. In that I discussed about the few of the topics. How can you revise quickly for JEE mains point of view? Most important topics I'm going to revise. Don't miss it because those are very helpful to you to focus in your final examinations. Okay, in this part 3, today's topic, I'm going to teach one of the major and very interesting topic, that is simply statistics. Everyone like this topic. So what is the statistics? In the statistics, what are the various statistical data? What are the various content we have to come across with this amazing super tips and tricks, as well as few of the questions I will do for your understanding purpose. Are you ready? Yes. Without delay, let's get started. This part 3, I said you quick revision will take care on the topic. What is that? Statistics. Everyone likes this topic. There is no difficult at all. Briefly, I will revise. This is quick revision. What are the most important points I'm revising? I'm doing the questions that which are given in previous JEE mains. Are you ready? Yes. What is the statistics? What is the use of the statistics? Statistical data means huge amount of data we make and collect. For that, we have to calculate something. For a collection of data, there are how many types? There are the 2 types of statistical data you have to collect. One is ungrouped data, another is grouped data. Especially in this mains point of view, no need to worry about the grouped data. You won't give the grouped data most probably. You will give the questions. One question compulsory will give from this topic. That's why don't miss it. Easy way we can focus one question. Okay, want that too, especially ungrouped data. What is the meaning of ungrouped data? Which data is called as ungrouped data? First of all, you have to know. We'll go some observations like this: x1, x2, x3 up to some xn. There are some n observations. If we given as observations like this, that is called as which data? Ungrouped data. From the ungrouped data, we can find out the mean, median, mode. Especially mean is important. Mean of ungrouped data means mean of some n observations, some x1 to xn we can collect. It is denoted as symbol x bar, is simply sigma xi by n. Sigma xi means summation of the observations by sigma xi means summation of observations divided by n is number of observations. That is simply known as a mean. What is symbol for mean? Generally we can denote it as x bar. Okay, mean is also known as average. Mean is also known as average. What is the mean of the n observations? Simply sum of the observations by number of observations. In this case, okay, x bar is sigma xi by n. From this we can collect the sum of all observations. Can you get? No, sigma xi. I'm writing sigma xi we can get by taking the cross multiplication n into x bar. Sigma xi means what? Sum of the all observations must be equals to number of observations into its average. This is very important formula we are using in many cases wherever maybe we need the sum of the observations. Clear? When we will do the mean, in such cases we can use this formula. That's why we have to remember this is also. By using this mean, we can collect the measures of dispersons of given data. There are the 3 major types of measures of dispersons. Those are MD, variance, SD. MD in the sense mean deviation. This is variance. SD is nothing but standard deviation. We can measure these. These are called as measures of dispersons. Dispersion is what you have to know. The deviations is also known as dispersion. Deviations also you have to know. Deviation we can get all observations, you know, x1 to xn. Every observation is from the every observation mean is removed, that each resultant value is nothing but deviation. So there are the some n deviations here. What are the deviations here? x1 minus x bar, x2 minus x bar, up to xn minus x bar. These are the deviations. Deviations also plays very important role. That's why you have to know what are the deviations. How can you get the deviations? Can you? Yes. Each from the each observation, by removing the x bar we can get the deviations, right? Now what I am telling about this one, MD, variance, and SD. MD is called as mean deviation, variance, next one is SD. These three are called as measures of dispersion. So how can you find out the mean deviation from the mean? Especially from the mean, majorly how to concentrate. So what is the mean deviation from the mean? Simply, you know, I said to you, deviations. So mean is nothing but sum of the observations by number of observations. Mean deviation is nothing but sum of the deviations by number of observations. But deviation sum, if you take directly, it becomes 0. That's why we have to use a modulus. Sigma mod xi minus x bar. X where I is varies from 1 to n. These are called as what? Deviations. What this is nothing but sigma. Sigma means summation. Summation of deviations which are under modulus divided by number of observations is called as mean deviation. Clear? Right. Now how can you find out the variance? What is the variance formula? We can collect the mean by using this formula, you know very well, already explained to you. Variance is sigma. It is denoted by sigma square, this symbol. Is a sigma xi square by n minus sigma xi by n whole square. What is the variance formula? Sigma xi square means sum of the squares of n observations by number of observations minus sigma xi by n. In place of sigma xi by n we can take sigma xi by n, we can take what? X bar also we can take. Therefore this is called as mean. Sigma xi square by n minus sigma xi by n whole square. That is one of the formula for variance. Sometimes he may go the x1 instead of x1 square, like that. He may use the deviations formation also. In place of xi, if we write the deviation, xi minus x bar, you can write here also xi minus x bar. This is also one of the formula. Actually by this expansion only can get this one. Wherever maybe we can we need this one we can use, maybe this one also we can use. That's we have to know both of them. What is the variance? Another formula with in terms of deviations. Sigma xi minus x bar whole square. In place of xi we have to write xi minus x bar square is as it is upon n, minus in place of xi we can write xi minus x bar by n whole square. This is simply what is that called? Variance. What is symbol for variance? Sigma square. Now we can come to the next one is standard deviation. Standard deviation is simply square root of variance, that too positive. If you know this result, you know this is variance. If you take the square root of this, that is called as standard deviation. So no need to remember separate formula for that one. If you know the variance, by taking the square root of that one, that too positive square root of variance is nothing but standard deviation, that is denoted as SD symbol sigma. Clear? Now tell me what is SD for this one formula? Root over we can use. Similarly for this also root over. Okay, these are the three major measures of dispersions: mean deviation, variance, and standard deviation for ungrouped data. And we have to know the two of the tips. These are the major tips. Without calculating directly, by using the tips we can calculate variance and standard deviation. If you know the variance, we can find out standard deviation from that, you know very well. Now tips are what? Variance of first n natural numbers. There are some n natural numbers like 1 to 100, 1 to 20. First n natural numbers are there. What is its variance formula? Simply n square minus 1 by 12. What is variance of first n natural numbers is n square minus 1 by 12. If you ask the standard deviation for that, we can take square root. That's it. No, if we give the first n natural numbers directly, we can take n square minus 1 by 12. Sometimes 1 by 12. Sometimes we will go the first n even natural numbers only. Only even natural numbers. If we ask variance of first n even natural numbers, the formula is n square minus 1 by 3. These are the major tips which are depends upon ungrouped data. Ungrouped data, or can you use ungrouped data for mean, deviations, mean deviation, variance and standard deviation along with the two tips I explained to you. So you can revise once see these. So if you have any doubt regarding this, we put a comment, definitely I will rectify your doubts. Now we'll come across some questions which are given previous JEE mains. Those I am doing by depends upon these tips and tricks. Clear? Right. These questions which are given previous JEE mains. Question number 1 is given in 2019. What is that? If the sum of the 50 deviations from 30 is 50, sum of the 50 deviations from the 30 is 50. Then mean of these observations. I said to you, what is deviation? Deviation is difference of observation as well as a mean. In this place of mean is given that 30, observations are given as how many? 50. Sum means sigma. Indirectly given that sum of the observations, deviations, that is xi minus x bar is given as how much? 50. Here I is varies from 1 to 50. There are how many observations? 50 observations. That is I is varies from 1 to 50. We can use under modulus xi minus x bar is equals to 50. Right? Here x bar is indirectly given as 30. X bar is given as 30. Is not mentioned the mean, but I explained to you. Deviations we can collect from the mean or median. So xi minus x bar is nothing but deviation. Okay, where I is varies from 1 to 50 is given that sum is sigma is given as 50. So sigma xi minus x bar, I is 1 to 50. This is shall write sigma, I is varies from 1 to 50, xi minus x bar we can write 30 is 50 given. Now we can separate the sigma. One is sigma xi, so another one is sigma 30 is given as 50. You can understand I is varies from 1 to 50. Means here clearly given that from this what you can get? Sum of the all observations. This is only we want. For that what you have to do? This one we want because he is asking what? Then the mean of these observations. Again he is asking the mean. If you know the sum of the observations mean, we can collect what? Sum of observations by number of observations. From this we can collect the first of all sum of the observations like this. 30 we can take a note. Sigma 1. Sigma 1 means what? Sum of 1 natural numbers up to 50. That's why sum of the 1 natural numbers up to 50 means what? Sum of the ones indirectly, sum of the ones up to 50 means what? 50 only. Therefore, sigma x bar minus 30 into 50 here is equals to 50. We want what? We want the mean. Means what? We have to divide on both sides by 50. That sigma xi by 50 with minus 50 by 50 cancel here, minus 30 is equals to 1 is left over. Divide on both sides by 50 because we want the mean. Mean is sum of the observations by number of observations. To get the mean, I am dividing on both sides by 50. Why I am dividing by 50 only? Because of there are the 50 observations. Now what is the next? This is called as mean. Mean x bar is equals to, by taking the minus 30 this side becomes 30 plus 1 is 31. This is all I required. What is that? Mean of the 50 observations. Which option? That is clearly third option. Clear, very simple. There is no difficult at all. Just we have to use what? Sum of the deviations. What is given? Up to 50 deviations from the 30 is given. That is all I use here. Clear? Right. Now come to the next question, which is given that 2014. It is simply depends upon the tip. What I have given the tip, we can concentrate here. What is the given question here? The variance of first 50 even natural numbers. What is given that? What is asking? The variance of first 50 even natural numbers. What I have given tip? The variance of first n even natural numbers is what? Yes, exactly. N square minus 1 by 3. In place of n, what is given here? 50. What is the variance of first n even natural numbers? is formula n square minus 1 by 3. That is 50 square minus 1 by 3. 50 square is 2550 with minus 1 by 3, not 30. This is a 3. Right? By 3. 2550 minus 1 is 2499 by 3. 3 easily cancel here. 3 8s are 24, 3 3 is 9, 3 3 is 9. Therefore, required variance is 833. Which option? Yes, it is clearly second option. You know, it's so easy if you know the tip. Otherwise, it takes nearly 15 to 20 minutes time. We have to choose all even natural numbers up to 50. Again, we have to calculate the variance. That is takes too much time. That's why we have to know the tips and tricks also for time saving purpose. Is it clear? Now we can come across some more models, right? Look at the next questions 3 and 4. This is given 2018 JEE Mains. This is given 2019 one of the shift JEE Mains. So what are both of them? Just we can concentrate the given data clearly. What is the question number 3? If sigma xi minus 5, where I is varies from 1 to n, is given 1 to 9 is given as 9. Sigma of deviations is given. What is sigma summation of deviations is xi minus 5 is where I is varies from 1 to 9 is given as 9. And here what is given? Summation of deviation square means sigma xi minus 5 whole square where I is varies from 1 to 9 is given as 45. Then the SD of the 9 items x1 to x9. He is asking the SD. SD means for standard deviation of 9 items. He is asking. You know, already I given deviations formation. Standard deviation is what? Wherever maybe deviation is given. Deviation, I said to you, deviation means what? Xi minus x bar where I is varies from 1 to n. Here 1 to 9. He is asking the SD standard deviation. First I am finding the variance. Okay. What is the variance? Sigma square is sigma xi minus x bar in place of x bar given that 5 whole square by n. N means what? Number of observations 9 minus sigma xi minus x bar. X bar is 5 only given by n. In place of n, what is the 9 whole square. We want this result first variance I am finding, then we can find out SD. By taking the square root on both sides, it becomes SD. Okay, we want SD only. What are given equations? You know that clearly sigma xi minus 5, I is varies from 1 to 9 is given as 9. We want xi minus 5 by 9 we want. Divide on both sides by 9, what happened? This is xi minus 5 by 9 is equals to 1 or not? In place of this is 1 is there. And come to the next equation. Xi minus 5 whole square where I is varies from 1 to 9 is given as 45. We want xi minus 5 whole square by 9 we want. Divide on both sides by 9 here, what happened? This becomes xi minus 5 whole square by 9. This result xi minus 5 whole square by 9. This result will come here 45 by 9. 45 by 9 is how much? 5. Right. Indirectly we want 5 minus 1 square variance. That is 5 minus 1 is 4. This is variance. What is asking the SD? SD means standard deviation. SD is a square root of variance. That is sigma is root over 4. You know positive square root 4 is positive value is 2 only. That is only required option. 2 result is in the first option. We want the result 2 but option is 1. We can pick up the option 1 not 2 because 2 is there in the first option. Clear? It's a very simple question, direct question. Now we can come to the next question. In this question given that a data consisting of n observations x1 to x9. There are how many observations? N observations, and also given that 2 types of equations. This sigma xi plus 1 whole square I is varies from 1 to n is 9 and given. Sigma xi minus 1 whole square I is varies from 1 to n is given as 5n. Then is asking SD. Same formation we have to use. In place of the x bar, what is given here? Here 1, here also 1 only. For the variance, what we want? Sigma xi minus x bar whole square by n with minus sigma xi minus x bar by n whole square we want. From that we can find out standard deviation. So to find out that result is not given that sigma x directly. For that one, what you have to do? I'm taking this is equation 1, this is equation 2. Take the 1 minus 2, what happened? That sigma xi plus 1 whole square with minus sigma xi minus 1 whole square is 9n minus 5n is 4n, right? You know, we can take the sigma is common. Here xi plus 1 whole square minus xi minus 1 whole square. You know, a plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square is what? Yes, a plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square is 4ab. Means here 4a is xy, b is 1 only. 4xi into 1 is 4xi only, is a 4n. Okay, we can cancel the 4 on both sides. We got the sigma xi result is a n. Clear? Sigma xi result we have. You can understand here I is varies from 1 to n. I didn't write here, just you can understand I is varies from 1 to n. Now, by taking the subtraction we got the sigma xi. By taking the addition, what happened? 1 plus 2, that is sigma, by adding these two, xi plus 1 whole square plus xi minus 1 whole square is equals to 9n plus 5n is 14n, right? Now it is in the form of a plus b whole square plus a minus b whole square. What is that? A plus b whole square plus a minus b whole square is 2 times of a square plus b square. That's sigma is as it is 2 times of a square, that is xi square, b square is 1 square. 1 square is 1 only, is equals to 14n. We can take the cancellation of 2 on both sides. It becomes xi square plus 1 is equals to 7n. We have sigma xi square we want. For that, what you have to do, we can separate the sigma here, sigma xi square plus sigma 1. Sigma 1 means sum of the n ones. What is sum of n ones? Exactly n is equals to 7n. So what is indirectly sigma xi square? Result is 6n. Okay, you have the sigma xi square result. You have the sigma xi result. What is asking? Tell me what is asking? Standard deviation is asking. So what is the first tip I have given to you? Standard deviation. Variance are given, for that you have to take the square root. Okay, sigma square I am finding. First variance I am finding. Sigma square is sigma xi square by n minus sigma xi by n whole square. This is the tip I have given already. Sigma xi square result is 6n. 6n by n minus sigma xi result is n. N by n with the whole square. You know, a 6n by n is 6 with n by n is 1. 1 square is 1. 6 minus 1 is 5. Sigma square is a 5. We want the sigma, means SD we want. Standard deviation is root 5. So, what is our required? Standard deviation is root 5. Which option is correct one? It's clearly second option. Clear? He is asking standard deviation. Don't pick up the first option. First option is variance. If you ask the variance, we can leave like this. If you ask the standard deviation, you have to take the square root of that is. Clear? Very simple way, easy way I am doing. Just we have to concentrate what are the basic points regarding the ungrouped data, especially mean deviation, variance and standard deviation. Clear? Right. Now look at the next question, which is given 2019 only. Means 2019. What is there here? The mean of 5 observations is 5. How many observations are there? There are 5 observations. What is its mean is given as 5. You have to read the question sentence by sentence. According to the given question, there are the 5 observations and mean is x bar is given as 5 only. And their variance is 9.20. What is symbol for variance? Sigma square is given as 9.20, right? Variance is there, mean is there. And also, if the 3 of the given 5 observations are 1, 3 and 8. Among the 5 observations, given that 3 observations are 1, 3 and 8. Then the ratio of other 2 observations is. Now we want the ratio of other 2 observations. He may ask the what are other 2 observations, maybe ratio, maybe sum, etc. He will ask. In this question, he is asking the ratio of other 2 observations. Means you have to find out what are the other 2 observations. So total observations are 5. I am taking as given 3, 1, 3, 8 and the remaining we don't know. Those are taken as some x and y. These are the 5 observations. What I said about the mean? Mean we can use what? Sigma. X bar is equals to what? Sigma xi. I is varies from 1 to n. 1 to 5 here with 5 by 5, variance, mean. So x bar is equal to sigma xi by n. N is here 5. Sigma xi means what? Sum of these 5 observations. That is, I am writing 1 plus 3 plus 8 plus x plus y is equals to, sum of these 5 observations is equals to 5 into x bar. What is x bar is given as 5. 5 into 5, 25. Therefore, what we have? 8 plus 3, 11 plus 12. 12 plus x plus y is a 25. From this we can get the one of the equation x plus y is equals to 25 minus 12 is 13. This is taken as equation 1, right? One of the equation we got in terms of x and y. What are the x, y? Unknown observations, right? Now we can come to the next sentence. Variance is given as sigma square. Sigma square is 9.2. Sigma square is given as 9.2. So what is variance formula? Sigma xi square by n is 5 here minus sigma xi by n also we can add x bar whole square is given as 9.20. Sigma xi by n is also known as what? Mean, that is x bar with the square we want. Sigma xi square means sum of the squares of these 5 observations, that is 1 square is 1 plus 3 square 9 plus 8 square 64 plus x square plus y square by 5, this one with minus x bar square. X bar is 5, 5 square is 25 is equals to 9.20. Now from this one, 64 plus 10 is 74. 74 plus x square plus y square is equals to by 5 equals to 9.20 with plus 25. 9 plus 25 is 34. 34.20. 2 also we can write. 34.20. This is a 74 plus x square plus y square. From this, what is x square plus y square is plus 74 is equals to 34.2 into 5. Take the cross multiplication. But taking the multiplication with 5, 5 2 10, 0, 1. 5 4s 20 plus 1, 21, 1, 2. 5 3 is 15 plus 2, 70. 171. That is x square plus y square plus 74. From this, what is x square plus y square? Is 171 minus 74, right? That is clearly 11 minus 4, 7. 16 minus 7, 9, 97. X square plus y square is 97 from this equation. From the equation 1, x plus y is 13. Substitute the y is equals to 13 minus x from 1. Okay, here substitute, eliminate y, we can get the x value. X square plus 13 minus x whole square, in place of y I have taken is a 97. Take the expansion of this is x square plus, it is in the form of a minus b whole square, that is a square 169, b square is x square minus 2 13s 26x is equals to 97. You know, x square plus x square 2x square with minus 26x, 169 minus 97, 2, 16 minus 9 is 7, 72 with plus 72 is equals to 0. From this again we can cancel the 1, 2, x square minus 13x plus 36 is equals to 0 we got. This is what? This is clearly quadratic equation in terms of x. We can find out its factors. Okay, how can you find out its factors? We'll see now. Shall I? This is a, but somewhat its calculation part is more for this question because it's not direct question. Right? Now we can find out the factors here. 36 we can write 9 4s, 9 plus 4 is 13, right? X square minus 9x minus 4x plus 36 is equals to 0. You know, how can you take the factorization of quadratic equation? For the equation factorization, we can split easily. By taking the x is common here, x minus 9 minus 4 is common, x minus 9 equals to 0. Therefore, from this we got the x values are 4 and 9. X values are 4 and 9. If you take the x value is 4, what about y value? X is 4, y is 13 minus 4 is 9. If x is 9, y is 13 minus 9 is 4. Okay. If you take the x is to y, therefore what is x is to y? 4 is to 9. Yes. Yes, look at the next question, which is also given in previous JEE Mains. It's a very important model question. What is that? The mean of the data set of comprising of 16 observations is 16. So, you know that there are how many observations? 16 observations. What does its mean? Is given as 16. Means what? X bar is given as? X bar is given as 16, right? First sentence is over and n is given as 16. Observations also given as 16. Next, what is next sentence? If one of the observation valued 16 is deleted and 3 new observations valued 3, 4, 5 are added. Means that in this case, some observation is deleted, some more observations are added. Then what is asking? Then the mean of the resultant data. Finally, what is mean of the resultant data? We have to find out. It's very simple. There is no difficult data. For this, what you have to do? I have given to you sum of the observations is equals to n into x bar. So, you know, sum of the observation sigma xi. I is where is from here? 1 to 16 is n into x bar. This is formula given already. N is here 16. 16 into x bar is also 16. 16 into 16 is 256. Here in this summation, how many observations are there? Yes, 16 observations are there. Sum of the 16 observations is 256. Now we can concentrate on this one, deleted. If one of the observation value 16 is deleted, one observation is deleted, what is its value? Value is this side. From this we can delete the 16 value. From this we can delete the one observation. Therefore, by deleting 16, one of the observation. Right? So what happened? Left side, how many observations will be left over? Out of 16, one is removed. Means remaining are removed means what? Deleting means removed. Remaining are xi. I is varies from 1 to 15 only because one observation is deleted. Here value is deleted 16. We can remove the 16 from the 256. Therefore, what is we have now? Sum of the 15 observations, we have 256 minus 16 is 240. Right. Now, how many observations we have now? How many? Sum of the observations we have? Sum of the 15 observations we have is 240. Next sentence. This is over. Now, what is next sentence? 3 new observations valued, 3, 4, 5 are added. 3 observations are added. What are its values? 3, 4, 5. For the value side, we have to add the values 3, 4, 5. From this side, we have to add the how many observations? 3 observations. Therefore, by adding 3 observations, what happened? This side, how many will be left over? There will becomes, for 15 observations, we are adding 3 more observations. Totally, how many observations becomes? Yes, 18 observations. 1 to 18. This side, we are adding the values 240. Plus easy way I am doing 240 with plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Now totally finally have the sum of the 18 observations is 240 plus 9 plus 9, 12, 252. Right? 12 plus of 240 is 250. This is a sum of the 18 observations. We want finally what? Resultant mean. Resultant means sum of the observations by number of observations. Mean is equals to sum of the observations is sigma xi. I is equals to 1 to 18 by number of observations is 18. Right? Finally, how many are left over? 18 observations are left over. Therefore, this value already we got 252 by 18. So, 18 cancel 9 cancel here, 9 2s first, 9 2s 80, 9 8 72, right? Next cancel it 14 times. We got the 14. That is resultant mean is 14. 14 is there in which option? It's 14.0 is simply 14 only. Clear? This is one of the important model. You will do the additions of some observations, deletions of some observations. In such cases, first you have to collect the what is the sum of the observations. Sum of the observations is the number of observations into mean. Clear? These are the various questions depends upon the statistics, especially on grouped data. What are the important models? What are the important tips and tricks are given to you? Please go through one by one. So easily you can get, there is no difficult at all. Easily you can get the one question from this topic, simple way, easy way you can focus. So we can do some more questions from your side. If you have any doubts regarding this one, you can put a comment. Definitely I will rectify your doubts. If you make sure enjoy this video, please like, share and subscribe. We will see you next video with new topic, new energy. Till then, have a great time. Take care. Bye bye.